Hello everybody, my name's Atley. Welcome back to my SnowRunner hard mode playthrough. We are in the Thatcher Force, heading to the sawmill where we dropped some logs off in the previous episode, turned them into wooden planks, and we're heading there now to pick up 6 pallets of wooden planks, load them into this 6-slot combo of Thatcher Force and the skateboard trailer, and deliver them to the farm. Get that one done finally. That's the first task of this episode. Then, depending on time, probably get more medium logs to take into the sawmill to turn into planks, because I need quite a few, and continue the migration south on the Black Badger Lake map. And we're taking the Land Rover with us just because we were driving past it with an empty trailer that's capable of carrying scouts on the back. So rather than drive it, I figured we may as well just tow it down on this trailer. And I want, as I've said before, all of my vehicles to end up at the end of this season in Grainwoods River Garage. Just because that's where the fuel and repair points are, to make sure they're all fully supplied before putting them in the garage. Couple of recent series I've ended up putting trucks in the garage basically dry without any repair points or fuel, and it's caused me problems at the start. So given that most likely a Muir is next, I want to start that with as strong a fleet as I can manage. It's daybreak. My driver set his alarm clock for 5 AM and we should be good to go. Hope you're all well. Hope you've all had a good weekend. I'm recording this one, for me, quite late on the Sunday evening, and that means I've got to record and edit today because this is Monday's episode. I've had quite a hectic couple of weeks, really. Grandchild related. So I've mentioned before that is a grandpa or gramps, and last weekend we had my grandson's first birthday, and then this weekend our granddaughter, who is 6 months old, had her first sleepover at grandparents' house. So me and my wife are absolutely shattered. So yeah, recording this one a bit late, but wonderful couple of weekends with the grandchildren. Very tiring, but at least we only have to do it 1 day a week. I've forgotten how tiring it is to have kids, to be honest. Right, so I need to lower my ramp. I need to unpack, and then I need to kill my engine and change truck. I'll get this Land Rover off. There we go. I'm probably, when I get to the garage, going to change the tyres on this thing, but I'm not sure that I'll use it much. It was a little bit of a indulgent splurge, but I have got better scouts, so it's the same as if I bought a Land Rover in the real world. It's a hobby vehicle, really, rather than a serious part of the fleet. Unfortunately, it's not good enough to be a serious part of the fleet. So ramp up, and then we get in and get loaded with 6 lots of wooden planks. Trying to avoid these sumps without hitting that power pole. The cat and Voronei sat there. I left them in this yard at the end of the last episode, and I just moved them so that I would be able to get the force in, but they need to go off and get some logs reasonably soon. Alright, see if I can turn into here well enough without tipping myself over. I'll do. No, that isn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to detach the trailer and then we'll maneuver this between the trailer and loading platform. Right, so wooden planks. I've now got 12 cargo. I want them on the loading platform. All right, there we go. Still the crane, pack a cargo, unpack a cargo, pull forward, get that trailer on. Be able to fit through that gap. Get myself pointing towards the gate with the trailer. And then repack all the cargo. Job done. Engine off. What's my route? So I'm going to get to the farm, which is all the way over by the garage. I'm going to guess that my best route from here is to follow the road back up to the paper factory, over the bridge, around this route. And in from here. I don't really fancy going all the way up around the garage, but I'm not sure. It's probably much of a muchness what's easier to do there. But the first bit of it seems obvious. Get to the paper factory and over the bridge by the paper factory. And this is the last thing we need to do in that corner of the map, so hopefully that'll go well and we'll be done. I can't remember whether this is one of the ones where you need to load them onto a loading platform. Some of the goods you have to deliver onto a loading platform. And I know that we had to do the large container for the same farm onto a loading platform. So I know there's a loading platform there. I just can't remember whether these... Well, I don't know actually, because I've not done it before. So it's not a case of remembering. I've not done this on my normal mode save. So when we get there, it may be that we have to unload them all. That would be a bit cruel, I think, given how long it takes to handle 6 lots of cargo when you're me. Get this into diff lock through this mud. Drop it down a gear. And use some quick winch help. There we go. That's managed to get us onto a big tree in front. That'll help. So I'll say almost certainly a Muir next. And I know I have this, those of you that have watched this series since the beginning will know that I have this debate each time there's a new map comes out. I'm currently on the year 1 pass still, this map. And I think Amur is the last of the 4 year 1 maps. And it feels like I'm a hell of a long way behind the curve in terms of finishing this game. Now, according to some sources, the Phase 9 first map of the Year 3 pass, which is Ontario, Canada, is potentially due to go live in a couple of weeks, maybe even sooner than that, but yeah, a couple of weeks probably. So I'll have to ask myself the question, what do I do about that? So Tennessee, I basically skipped. I don't think I've even went there on this save. I think the garage might still be completely dark to me. I don't remember going there, so if I did go there, it wasn't for much. Whereas Phase 8, Belazorsk Glades, I went and got the Step Pike. And it was good for the channel to hit a few extra viewers by doing some brand new content. That is good for the channel. There's some people that just enjoy watching somebody completing the entire game in hard mode. I get that. And you're my staple audience, so thank you very much. And then there's some people want to watch new content when it comes out to the game. And I get that as well. So and hopefully some of those people stick around. But I will have to work out a bit closer to the time what's available to do a special expedition or whatever to the Phase 9 map. I know it's based on firefighting, but I think the firefighting is at the moment just delivering water to fires rather than actual firefighting. But yeah, I'll have to work out if there's anything there that's worth the effort of me doing a special expedition and going and unlocking trucks or whatever. And I know there are a couple of new trucks that are interesting, or at least one new truck that's interesting. What's my fuel like? There's no harm in filling up. Just top off my tanks while I'm here. So yeah, I'll have to work that out. I think I will do a Muir next as a main series because I'm following the phases of the game in release order. But it does look a little bit like Phase 9 is quite small, whereas a Muir I'm probably going to be lost for 50 episodes, I'm going to guess, or more. So yeah, I'm just pondering choices for where I'll go next and really trying to work out what is there to do, because although there are new trucks, it's not entirely clear to me, not having looked at PTS and only basing this on what I've seen of other people's sort of slightly patchy coverage of Phase 9 PTS. The new trucks look like you have to buy them in the store rather than find them on the map, and obviously if you buy them in the store, there's nothing for me to do if I go to the map. But unless there's a juicy upgrade or a free truck, I might have no reason to go and have a look at it. So we'll see. Right, I'm pretty sure I can't get across if I went down there. I know that there's a building there, but I don't think it includes a route over. I should check the map though, shouldn't I? Don't make assumptions. No. So push on. Push on to the fuel station and cross. I mean, technically, that could be some kind of a path. And in fact, that's got to be a path, hasn't it? Because there's a road there. I smell a trap. I'm going to do the long route. May look at that for a route home once I'm empty of cargo. But let's not put my cargo delivery at risk. Especially because my Zix rescue truck is down on Grainwood's map. I'm also going to avoid that rocky road even though I'm going downhill, because I don't want to put these planks through the risk of going down a rocky road. You're a little bit wide, so I've got control over the terrain. And then pick up the road here, downhill of that rock slide. It's a mess, isn't it? Right, this crossing can be a little bit tasty, but at least there's a power pole to pull from. Let's just get the winch straight on. The winch won't. So, sometimes when you see me trying to get a winch on and struggling a little bit like this, it's because the wheel and the mouse are fighting me. They don't integrate very well if you've got the controls on the wheel to activate the menu and then using a mouse to try and select the winch point. The game seems to flicker between keyboard mouse mode and wheel mode and doesn't seem to like it. You got a snorkel in there, mate. Don't know about snorkel on the truck. The driver needs a snorkel or a scuba diving outfit. These are quite big, substantial trees, so let's get a safety line on. No, that's not what I meant. Wanted you on there, really, I suppose. Put the nose on. There we go. Right. So here we are. Engine off. This is the final delivery, so this will complete this contract. $14 grand. Contribution to farm restoration. Great, thanks for your help. Hope natural disasters decide to leave us alone. Well, I do, but where would the content come from? But yeah, hopefully they get a bit of a break. So, out of interest. So that's selected the other one. I'm not interested in picking up those planks. I just don't think it's worth it now that I know you get so many planks out of a batch of logs. Very briefly, if you bear with me, there's 4 lots of wooden planks needed to this farm down in the south. There's then this weather station needs 4 lots of planks as well. So I don't on this map have any more 6-slot cargo requirements. I might regret this, but I'm going to leave this red trailer here. The skateboard. I've got the 2-slot sideboard trailer for the 4-slot deliveries. And I think I'll leave this one here. The farm can have it for free. It might help them in their recovery from the storm aftermath. Shall I try that route? Let's have a little stick our nose in there. And then if I end up needing it, I'll have to come back and get it. I've just decided to leave that there. Is this a route out or is this a trap? I don't trust it because the trees, for my liking, the trees stopped too early. I'm not even going to send a drone out to have a look at that. I'm just going to get back pretty much the way I came. At least get myself away from this farm so the farmer doesn't think he's gaining a truck and a trailer. I'm not going to clip through that, am I? Just push it out of the way. Nice little corner of the map. I guess that's an orchard. Some kind of maybe apple trees or something. The way that they're planted in 2 lines like that. Is that a little orchard for the farm? In other trucks, I just tend to go straight across here. I am not going to do that in this one. Because surprisingly, really, to me, it's not the best in deep mud. And that may be a tyre thing, I've said before. I'm not entirely sure that I've got the best tyres on it. So next time it's in the garage, we'll have a look at its tyre options. Remind myself what I put on it. Diff lock on. And then I'll probably park this near the fuel station and then switch over to the Cat and the Voron and go and do a bit of logging for the rest of the episode. If I can get 2 more lots of medium logs into that same sawmill, that'll do me right. But it is getting dark, and my driver's tachograph is beeping at him and telling him he needs to have a sleep. Is it called a tachograph in other parts of the world? I remember my father was a lorry driver before he retired. And I remember as a kid going with him, and the tachograph used to be a paper disc that he'd put into a machine in the cab, and it would draw with a pen his hours. I guess it's all electronic now, but yeah, tachograph is what I know it as. So what time is it? It is 7 PM, and my driver has been driving since 5 o'clock in the morning. So his tachograph says he's well overdue a sleep. So we will sleep here and see you guys in the morning. Right. There's the moon setting ahead of us. Bit like me this morning with the granddaughter. Driver woke up a bit early, 4 AM. But he's been out, stretched his legs, checked the truck out, watched the moon set, and then we're just going to transfer over to the Cat and get the Cat up to the logging camp. So logging camp is here. I'm going to guess really that my best option for that is out to the road in here, straight up through past this brick framing that I never collected. Straight past that building to here. Not too far away. But we'll take the AE with us because we were going to bring, and these 2 batches of medium logs are just going to come straight into this sawmill as... Am I on the right side? Yeah. The line's probably not long enough really, but straight into this sawmill to be turned into planks. Get the lights on because it's still dark at this time of the morning. I guess the Cat can just go straight through the middle of stuff like this. Water level. Watch the water level. Little bit of a camber there to worry about on the way back, full of logs. Right, so as you can see, the Azov is already here. I've pre-positioned the Azov during the dark phase. Drop that line off the AE. Get this one reversed in. Load up the Cat first. And there are only 2 lots of medium logs left in this site, so Perfect, really. Engine off, handbrake on. Let's load up onto the loading platform. 1, 2, 3. Change truck. And we get loaded. Now, I had another comment. Thank you so much. I don't know where I'd be without you guys' comments. Well, not playing is pretty much the answer. I've tried it for this episode. Basically, I've complained relentlessly about the radio that they play at these cabins. And somebody made a comment that you can turn it off through basically turning off the ambient noise. Now, I hadn't thought of that before because I'm assuming ambient noise includes things like bird song and so on. But for me, as a content creator, that radio is ridiculously annoying. And I'm probably overreacting to it. It's probably not a legal issue with it anyway. But I have turned off ambient noise. And so far, recording this episode, I haven't missed anything. I haven't felt like I've missed anything for having done that. But if it starts feeling a bit stale, I might put it back on and then just turn it off when I get near one of these places that has an obnoxious radio. One of them landed. The other one didn't. Pick that up. So yeah, I don't have to... Hopefully you won't hear me complain about the radio anymore. So I'm not sure that'll pack either. Let's get the third one in, because sometimes that's enough to knock them into a flat orientation. I'm going to see if that'll pack. Stop my engine, change truck, pack, done. Ooh. Although I packed it with the crane still in the loading space. Restore my crane. That'll do. Then we'll get the cat out of the way. And load up the AE. That's the extent of rotation in that direction. That was better. Do it like that every time. Look like you know what you're doing then. An illusion, obviously, but... Oh, pretty as a picture, that log loading. It does work sometimes. So, restore the crane and kill my engine. Now, obviously what I should have done, thought this through, is loaded these up when the Azov was in here for its second batch of long logs. But I think at that time, I didn't appreciate how useful the mediums were going to be to me as a source of planks. So I was intending to leave these mediums here and not bother, and get more mediums further down the map for the deliveries that I need. And that may still be a good idea. That may still give me enough logs that I could have finished the map anyway. But I figure while I'm here, close enough, I should take advantage of the fact that the Azov is close by. So yeah, I've driven the Azov up here purely as a log loading exercise. There are no more longs for it to load anyway. But them's the brakes, that's the choice I made. Right, get these two down, hopefully without spilling either vehicle, but especially that AE. rope a little bit tighter. Yeah, there's no route that side that I want to use, so it's just this camber to think about. So far so good, nice and smooth. Stick this in low high, because it's not going to get out of first gear anyway. And then the diff lock, as long as it doesn't do any damage. It's got enough wheel spin here that I think the diff lock is justified. Look at that, we're there. Avoid those dippy sump holes. And then this is how we ended the last episode. Drop the line, my engine off. Cargo 1, change truck. Oh, I'm almost out of fuel on the cat. Cargo, and then we can craft up another 12, so we've now got 18 in stock. So I'm going to wrap this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next one. But in the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.